Hello everybody. A surprising number of people have requested that I do this chess set tutorial. I think with all the comments and the private mails I got, it must be 15 or 20. So because of that and because I'm slowly running out of ideas, I thought I'll do it. I do it with Modo 701. And I think it's worthwhile to point out one or the other thing which could happen with this type of modeling. So let me go and start. I add a backdrop item, go to the right view, then select an image which is from Google Pictures, and I want to have it on the right side and scale it down to 1% and make it transparent by 80%, A key, and flip it to the other way around. So then let's start with the easy ones, with the pawn. I go to Basic and select the pen tool in Lines mode and start to draw out the pawn. Doesn't have to be so precise, doesn't really matter. About so. Drop the tool. Now remember, we are in edge mode. I go to Duplicate, Radial Sweep, 16, Good, Action Center, Screen, and click on here, and our pawn is done. I wanted to remove the helix generator. Let me see the lists. So, but you see we have our pawn, but we also have the curve with which we have drawn it. And I can remove this curve. Let me get rid of the backdrop. I can backspace it, and you see what happened. We lost the curve of the model in here because the curve with which we drew is part of the model. So let's undo that. And an easy trick to get around this is, if you see here, Control Z, we have 16 edges selected, the yellow ones, and if I press Alt 3 now, I convert them to 16 polygons, and now we can just hit backspace and delete, and it's gone. So next I need to harden some edges, maybe these. And these ones. Alt C, count of 2, symmetry, good. And now our pawn is, drop the tool. If you would like to make a really nice top, you can do it like this. This is the method I described in my making perfect surfaces with any even number of edges. So delete this one, select this one, L Shift H to hide it, and then I go to top view and select these two edges here and these two. Then select an edge in here, Alt C, with a count of 3, and make all these polys about the same size, like so. Alt Q is my shortcut for the bridge tool. And now I can select these edges here press the P key, highlight the middle for polygons, perspective, W key, bring them up a bit, then select the middle vertex here, W key again, like so, and now we have a very nice top, unhide everything, and the first part is done. I go out of subdi mode, Control X, N for a new mesh, Control V, and I call this new mesh here chess. Yeah. Go here to the empty one, bring the backdrop item in again, go to the front view, or the right view, and you know the king is absolutely exactly the same as the pawn, so I will not do this, but I will do the queen. Let me start here again with her nice crown. By the way, when you notice, we are in vertex mode now, not in edge mode as the previous one, and you can see what happens this time. So here about so, drop the tool, and we're back to edge mode. But it's anyway, vertex mode, poly mode and item mode work all the same, so I go to polygon mode. By the way, it is a good practice when we center the curve before we radial sweep it. So basic center selected in the X in this case, that's better. Then go back to the right view, then duplicate, radial sweep, count of 16, action center, screen, and click here. Good. But what happened now, when we do the sweep in polygon mode, then we get double polygons. You see when I subdivide it, so you can get rid of these with polygon, reduce, unify, force unify, OK. Or when you have Modo 701, you can go to mesh edit, mesh cleanup, and you see it has unified 448 polygons. This is such a useful command that I put it on a hotkey. I will not show this in the future. So let's continue with our queen. We don't need the backdrop. Our queen has a crown. So let's make her a crown. Select 16, every second one. She is a queen. So shift up arrow key, and this one, up arrow key, and the ones on the bottom, up arrow key, and delete. Now I select the top here, up to here, and Shift H, hide the rest. Go to perspective mode. I could do this only on a part of it, but I will do it by hand and speed this up in the video a bit. Okay, I fill in these holes. First select these edges, bridge them. Good. Now I can fill in the polys here. And hit the P key. Let's see how this looks. Looks good. One missing here. P. Good. Next I harden some edges. Alt C with a count of 2. And like so. Drop the tool. Then I go to top view and select some edges like so. And Alt C again. Good. Perspective. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, good. Now the crown jewels come. Select these two polys and select these two polys. Shift click and up arrow key doesn't work. And then the P key for bevel. Bevel everything in, and then shift click, bevel it out on the blue handle and make them smaller a bit on the red handle again. So here we are. These are the crown jewels. Unhide the rest and let's harden some edges. These here Alt C, count of 2. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, not so bad. And of course we can make the same on the top as I did with the pawn to make a nice surface there, but I will leave this as it is. Alt C, and our queen is done. Okay, I think this is it for this part, and I will do some other figures in another part. See you then.